The late kickoff at 8:30 p.m. sees us going to London for a big derby. Brentford taking on Arsenal, high-flying Arsenal. Of course, lying currently in third on goal difference, just behind Liverpool. On the same points, though, 27. Arsenal have been good enough, Timothy, this season. They come on the back of 16 games unbeaten in all derbies in London. They beat Brentford last April. That was the last time Brentford as well lost the London derby. This is a very interesting fixture to watch.
Yeah, very interesting, Tony. And the way Brentford has been playing recently, I think they've grown back into confidence. When Arsenal won their last term, I think the Brentford team had lost their shape. But this one that's going to host Arsenal is a bit different. And this game is important because for me, Tony, Arsenal would have seen the earlier result between Man City and Liverpool. If I'm an Arsenal fan, I'd be wishing for a draw. That meaning that if I win this fixture, Arsenal,
go back to the top.
You go to the top. So it's going to be one where Arsenal knows City has won maybe, and they have to win also. Liverpool has won, they have a chance to go above City. So it's a game that the entire London will be paying attention. And Brentford, Thomas Frank knows that he has beaten Arsenal before. Why not do it again this time? So both sides are going to give it a go.
It will certainly be very interesting. Arsenal coming into this game, of course, on the back of a win last time out. They got a red card in that game. Fabio Vieira, of course, being sent off, but they were able to see the game off 3-1 against a Burnley side that has been poor. We talked about it so much. For Brentford, they were beaten by Liverpool by 3-0, which was perhaps a very interesting result. We had thought that maybe they would put up some sort of resistance in that particular game, and it didn't happen. What has gone wrong with Brentford?
I think Brentford plays different, Tony, especially when they are on the road. They go back to a back five, and they had played decent, but with the moment they conceded, they tried to release their players, and Liverpool totally capitalized on that. Arsenal is a big team, so I'm sure Thomas Frank again will try to play a back five and give Arsenal respect, try to contain them, but Arsenal, Tony, will be big for Brentford. And you've said what has gone wrong. I think the moment they lose their shape, they tend to fail to come back from it. But if they get the shape right and they get that first goal, they even go more defensive.
Very, very interesting. Of course, Arsenal coming into this particular fixture with some issues of their own. We know that they have number one goalkeeper right now, David Raya, is on loan from Brentford. So he will not be taking part in this particular game. So that means Aaron Ramsdale will be restored to goal, which perhaps will be interesting for Arsenal fans who have been calling out for him to be given a chance in the Premier League to see how he can do. He did poorly in the EFL Cup when he came in against West Ham, conceding 3 goals. That's not the Ramsdale that we expect. But also with Fabio Vieira out as well, that we had already mentioned because of the red card. They have some positive news. Odegaard is back in the training, so he will be expected to perhaps take some part. Gabriel Jesus played 90 minutes or even 9 plus the 97 up to 97 against Argentina in the midweek, so that will also give them a bit of hope. But of course, we know the journey back, so perhaps Mikel Arteta might not want to risk him immediately. But of course, there's positive news in the camp there. Who would you think Arteta would start up front with Jesus back, Nketiah available, and Trossard as well, who has been in almost the form of his life?
I played Trossard. He's been in the form of his life, Tony, and we saw in Belgium, he was again brilliant. So maybe Trossard, but Arteta is a bright manager. He will look at how the Brentford side sets up. I think he would prefer Jesus because he's going to make the runs. You don't want a striker who's going to wait with a compact defense. So I would go with Jesus because of his versatility. He can maybe get to the wing and then get Saka and Martinelli to get in.
Both involved.
And if Odegaard is there, then they'll be able to break that defense with ease. So Jesus for me.
3-1 Arsenal.
I've gone to 1 Arsenal.
Big one, of course. London derby. You cannot afford to miss that. It's the late kickoff at 8:30 p.m. East African time. Big one. Arsenal continue their push towards the top of the table. Of course, the earlier result will have some say in perhaps how Arsenal set up for this particular fixture. Big one. You cannot afford to miss it. Don't go away. We have another one on Sunday, late at 7:30. Stay tuned.